guys, YouTube pals, and today I will be doing a FNAF theory. So this one will be talking about Micheal Afton and William Afton, and how you might actually play as William Afton in FNAF 3. Even though that's not the only part of this video will contain multiple things about William Afton and Micheal Afton. So yeah, let's get started. One thing, the FNAF storyline is very dark. It's lots of death, lots of depressing and sad parts of it. The only reason why I'm doing this video, and the only reason why I actually like FNAF, is not for its dark storyline. I don't like it just because it's dark. I like it because it's something complex that really gets you to think about it and really makes a unique fandom. And I also like it because of the unique aspects of all the games. It's unlike anything. The animatronics are really creatively designed, and just the game in terms of defending yourself from animatronics in an office is something very unique, and that's really the only reason why I like the game, besides of peer pressure and popularity. So please enjoy the video at your own risk. Okay guys, so this chart shows what I believe to be the William Afton sprites and the Micheal Afton sprites. You don't have to read that stuff underneath. As I said, you don't need to read the stuff underneath each sprite, just that. There it is. Okay, I know this video is very long. Five Nights at Freddy's Full Timeline Theories, Sister Location Theory. Just go search up animatronic. I know it's a long video, and long videos, especially over an hour like this one, the timer can be intimidating. You don't have to watch it all at once, but this video goes along with this full timeline, so please watch it. We start our story with William Afton being put in jail. Now, we know that when he is in jail, he somehow gets in contact with his son, Micheal Afton, who he has neglected for many years, but he believes that his daughter possessed one of the Funtime animatronics, and to send Micheal Afton to free her from these Funtime animatronics. During this mission, if you will, is when Sister Location actually takes place. It's confirmed that you play as Micheal Afton in Sister Location. We know this from the Custom Night cutscene and the sticker on hand. Many theorists still believe that these animatronics are possessed. I beg to differ. As we know from the cutscene at the end of Custom Night Golden Freddy mode, these animatronics thought that Micheal Afton was his father, William Afton. He used this opportunity to get revenge and escape the facility. These animatronics are trying to get revenge, but for a different reason than you may think. These animatronics are trying to get revenge from William Afton because of their complex programming. What I mean by complexities in their programming are the fact that they have their own personalities. For this reason, they feel the urge to escape this underground facility. The only light of day that these animatronics get is when they are rented out for parties. Yes, these animatronics are desperate to escape the facility, and Baby was lying the whole time when she was trying to help you. She was not trying to help you, as this was just to gain her trust. It's not that Baby didn't understand what was happening. It was her programming that would have stopped her from telling you the complete story of the death of William Afton's daughter. Due to William Afton's programming, these animatronics think and therefore do horrific things in attempts to escape the facility. If these animatronics were not programmed so hostile, they would probably have the common sense to just deactivate themselves or go in hibernation, if you will. William Afton didn't program them with a line that split sanity and insanity. William Afton programmed these animatronics to lure, to abduct, to kill. Because of this, the animatronics performed one of the most insane plans they could have to have been able to escape the facility. The plan starts when each animatronic starts to get scooped one by one. Baby uses these parts to make an animatronic known as Ennard. Ennard is a fusion of all the animatronics. Once Baby is scooped, Baby becomes a part of Ennard. Ennard, using Baby's voice, lures Micheal Afton to the scooping room. Micheal is then scooped, and Ennard, the fusion of all the animatronics, takes over his body. His eyes turn purple for an unknown reason. There's a side effect to Michael's appearance after being scooped. His skin started to rot. Okay guys, I know that's gross, but Scott Cawthon made this game, not me, so if you think it's disgusting, well, blame him. Even though I have high respect for him after making this game. As you can see, Michael's skin turns green, then purple. Now, according to that FNAF timeline video that I mentioned earlier, William Afton, Micheal Afton's father, did use robotics to turn himself immortal, even though we don't know the specifics of this, and this is just a theory. Of course, Animatronic, the YouTuber that made the theory about William Afton using robotics to make himself immortal, even though I do believe that timeline video, that part of the FNAF timeline has not been confirmed by Scott Cawthon himself, so we don't know the specifics of it. Okay, so for an unknown reason, Ennard, or at least most of Ennard, is expelled from Micheal Afton's body. Or it could be the other way around. As you've heard, or at least a lot of people have heard, in the FNAF World and Scott Games source code, I think there was a couple of months ago, that you heard a conversation in between the two. One theorized to be Baby, and the other theorized to be all the other Funtime animatronics. But it was actually the other Funtime animatronics that said we found a way to exert you or whatever. So it could actually be the other way around, with Baby being expelled from Michael's body and the rest of the animatronics at the helm. But it does seem pretty likely that it's Baby that remains in Micheal Afton's body, since you hear her voice saying, "You won't die."
You won't die. You won't die. You won't die.
After saying this, Micheal Afton's soul becomes present in his own body again, but he can't control his body, considering how Baby is actually controlling his body. Micheal, under Baby's control, then goes to the FNAF 1 location. This is, of course, when FNAF 1 takes place. Now, if you actually watched that video that I showed you guys in the beginning of this video, then you would know, according to the theory, Micheal Afton actually goes by his mother's last name, which is Schmidt. So yeah, that's how the theory is going. You play as Micheal Afton / Mike Schmidt in FNAF 1. Baby goes here to learn more about Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and possibly find out if the animatronics are possessed or not. Which, to Baby's surprise, they are. Baby found this out after taking her first week on the job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. She plans on taking a second week. On her second week, Baby attempts to take apart one of the animatronics to release the souls, but she gets caught, and in doing so gets fired. But she notices a newspaper. The newspaper says that a restaurant will be closing at year's end. As we know, FNAF 1 takes place during November, so the year's end is soon. Michael's rotting skin is the reason for odor being put on the pink slip. It's after year's end, and Freddy Fazbear's Pizza has been closed. This is when the FNAF 3 minigames take place. Baby/Michael comes back to this location to dismember all the animatronics. Well, Shadow Freddy, the soul of William Afton's youngest child, who was bitten by Fredbear in the FNAF 4 minigames, recognizes Michael as the imposter Michael that caused him to die.